Yeah, yo, what's up, everybody?
What's
What's
up?
Black
good?
Lunch
What's
Break.
good?
Well, yo, honestly, yo, look, we've been taking hiatuses like every now and again. Yo, folks been moving. Seeker's now in Atlanta, so welcome Seeker to Atlanta, y'all. Mariana's out there, man. Some things been happening. With her. So not crazy stuff,
Good
but
stuff.
just things, good
Great
stuff,
stuff.
good stuff. To sometimes we gotta put this on pause for the cause, so we can get back to it, man, and bring y'all more and more content each and every Tuesday and Thursday right here at the Black Lunch Break, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Central Time. And today we got the guest today, ladies, lock in with fellas. Y'all may want to lock into this. We got the Yoni box, y'all. The Yoni. If you don't know what the Yoni is, trace back to our, origins of the Black Lunch Break. We had Diamond on, and we talked about Sage and the Yoni. So today we about to talk about all things Yoni, but also why in the hell pages like the Yoni box keep getting wiped off of Facebook. We want to dig down to that and figure out
Mm.
what the hell is going on. Because I know many of our folks on the inside of Black No Chaser always get caught up in Facebook jail. Free everybody in Black No Chaser. Everybody is locked down in Facebook jail right now, man. Free the people, man. Free the people.
Man,
But anyway,
it's something that we could definitely relate to because I mean, Black with No Chaser stays getting kicked off of something. It's like every time we have something important or some type of message that we trying to push, we violate some type of community rule. So I find it interesting that Facebook does not have enough security to make sure that these type of platforms like Black with No Chaser and the Yoni Box doesn't have the type of security that it could just stand still and stand strong. But I also do feel like it's strategic too, and they don't like for us black folks to figure shit out, gather followings, and all of that. They can't stand that shit. It's weird shit.
Well, I ain't never been in Facebook jail, so I'll bail y'all out. I'll petition for you if it goes down again. I got you. I
Bail us
got
out, sis.
you. Free my people.
you know what's crazy is that I never been in Facebook jail either, but I feel like I've said some things on Facebook.
I'm sure you have.
Uh, but they never got me. You know what I'm saying? They never called me. But
I've
y'all
had
look,
things erased several times, and I know I didn't take it off. I've had things completely disappear that I put up. I have, and sometimes there's stories about controversial topics that affect us
Uh
in the
huh.
community. So I haven't been in jail. It'll just be gone, gone.
Mm.
oh, I don't know
See,
what's worse, man. Censoring the entire platform or just taking your words out without even telling you. I don't know.
Right.
I'd rather put me in jail. At least my words live on. You know what I mean?
Okay,
okay,
right.
you
We'll put it
feel
on a
me?
But
t-shirt. We'll put it on a t-shirt.
you know what I mean? But yo, we are 14 days away until election day. Early voting is happening around the country right now as we speak,
Make your
from Georgia all
plans.
the way to California, up all the way until Maine and in the United States right now. So look, make sure you go and vote because period, at the end of the day, this is the most important election of our lifetime. I think I keep saying this and we keep saying this on this show. That cannot be overstated. So y'all make sure you go vote. If you're not registered and you still can register, make sure you go vote. But more importantly though, right? Once you take care of yourself, take care of your neighbors, right? This is a village event. Make sure you're bringing
Right.
folks to the polls, souls to the polls, y'all, all damn day long. We are 14 days away,
So to
so
the
stop
pole.
playing.
I
You know what I
love
Yeah.
it.
mean? Straight up,
Where you get
straight
that
up.
from?
So that's like a thing they say every year now. Like it's souls to the
Oh,
polls. I
okay.
remember that was the thing that really came out during the Obama administration years, and it kind of like stuck. And that really was a second term Barack Obama, not a first term, I believe. But souls to the polls, man, been a thing people been saying like unity and community,
I
souls to the
like it.
polls, all that good stuff like that. Catchy little
I love
phrases.
it.
But anyway, whatever you gotta do to get yourself motivated, get your ass out the vote.
But make
Get out.
sure it's if you are a voter, make sure it's an authorized polling place. There are now
Please.
reports of several places where people are putting up little makeshift signs saying that they're authorized boxes and they're not. So if you are a voter and you have your ballot and you're taking your mail-in ballot and dropping it, make sure to refer to the information inside your ballot for the authorized polling centers and drop them off at the appropriate place. Also, make sure that if you're doing that, to not only sign but date the envelope.
That's
I
right.
almost got caught slipping by my bestie because I signed it, but I did not date it. And you know, there's always a few of them kids in class that don't put their name on the top of the test and hold the whole class from recess because we don't know whose missing test it is. So pass the test, make sure to put your signature down and date your ballot.
That's important information. I'm glad you said that because a lot of us probably would not think, okay, just because I
We're
didn't
so
date it.
excited about what's on the inside, we forget that you have to validate. And also, too, if you have a person who is giving you their ballot and you're giving you their ballot and you're delivering it, they also have to sign and authenticate that as well. So just make sure if you're dropping that off for Big Mama, if she's bedridden or something like that, make sure you also take care of the business on the outside of the envelope as well.
That's very good information. I appreciate that, Marianne,
Yes,
for real, because a lot of folks need to just roll into spots and they don't know like if this is a good spot or not. They just going off what they know.
that's right.
But look, double check, and triple check. We cannot leave one ballot on the table, y'all. We just can't do it. Also, too, though, there's ways in which you can check to see if your ballot has been authenticated and confirmed and not returned. And so there, on certain websites like iwillvote.com or vote.org, there's a way in which you can track your ballot, right? And so some states are actually offering that as well for a service. And so you can track your absentee ballot online, just like you could track your package. You should be just as interested as that whatever clothes or Fenty you didn't order, right? You should be just as in, you should be tracking that vote just like you tracking all your packages when you order through the mail, right? And shout out to Brittany Barnett and make sure you
I
go buy
love
Brittany
how you
Barnett's book.
said that.
I do be
Yes.
tracking my Amazon packages,
Y'all,
y'all. I
we will
do.
track that thing up until we will low key
Bruh,
meet
you
the
track that
delivery
shit as soon
person
as you paid
outside.
for it.
Right.
They be
Well, I
carrying.
be scaring them because I watch for them coming up. I watch for them
We,
coming up.
hey,
Bro,
folks be
who the
like, I
fuck you
think
talking about? This
they
shit is in DC and I'm in Mississippi and I'm already tracking. I just paid 2 seconds ago. What the
for
fuck?
real.
Right.
Folks be like, you'll roll up on a UPS person and be like, hey, bruh, uh, I think you got my package. They be like, hold on, I didn't even scan it in yet. I gotta. Can you wait? God damn. So look, seriously, dog. The way we out here hounding delivery folk, we need to be hounding election commissioners and all that stuff like that to make sure our vote is counted, man. Make sure you counted this November 3rd. All right. So anyway, moving right along.
We're gonna keep it moving on because since we're talking about voting, it's very important that Jackson and Mississippi pays attention to a lot of things that are going on with the voting initiative, things like Initiative 65. So starting tomorrow, Thursday, no, Wednesday and Friday of this week, and Wednesday and Friday of next week, there will be an event called People's Advocacy. It's called Celebrities Vote. And as you see right here on the screen, you see everything that will be going on. And on tomorrow, myself, CJ Lawrence, Jay Jones, and Montana Esco will be having a conversation about Initiative 45 and exactly what you need to be doing with Initiative 45 because there are some tricky things on that ballot. And we really need the marijuana legalization to happen very quickly. Not only do we need that to happen, we need to realize how much progress we can make once this occurs and how many people will be decriminalized because of this. And this is just an important conversation. Each four parts of this conversation is going to have different topics. We just want you guys to make sure that you are tuned in to People's Advocacy Institute and make sure that you're following all of the broadcasts. And that's about it. We can get to rolling into the show. You are now tapped into the Black Lunch Break. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are hearing the sound of my voice right now, make sure you share this broadcast. Share it on your page, start a watch party, share it to your groups, even put it in, drop it in some people's inboxes. I mean, it's a conversation. This is the Black Lunch Break where you come and you break bread with your people. This is a safe place. And we are here to just enjoy each other and just talk about the trendy topics of today. And of course, we are looking forward to our special guest. And she will also be joined with her business partner as well. So this is going to be a wonderful conversation. We're so glad you are here with us at Black with No Chaser. Rillo, what's good, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, man. So the coronavirus right now, right? I mean, I know people are getting tired, like, the coronavirus. But I think just like we're talking about, yes, Lord, I need my yes. But look, I know people are tired of talking about it, but we really would doing ourselves a disservice if we don't continue to talk about it because there are
The
so many
third
updates
wave is
going
on.
on. Bro, New York literally right now is setting up like restricted areas where like the whole New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. I think Pennsylvania has shut itself off or some way somehow being restricted out of New York or being on a restricted list. But pretty much if you coming from Jersey into New York, it's like this automatic quarantine that you gotta do when you come in. So I don't know what that actually looks like. I'm trying to read up on it now to bring folks more information. But longer the short is, man, look, there will be a rise. I think it's about 45,000 to 55,000 new cases per day that we popping up. They are projecting. So we talking about a day. We ain't talking about per month, per week, per year, a day, right? And so even from now until election time, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of people will be have contracted the COVID-19 virus, right? And so the thing about it is that again, we make sure you're wearing our masks. We're not wearing our masks just for our own protection or other protection, but we want to make sure that people around us that are like they're suffering with pre-existing diseases, underlying issues or with their health conditions. Look, these are people who want to protect and safeguard against the coronavirus. Honestly, all you young folks out there, I know you think that you can't get it, but even football players, right? There was a young brother, I forget the state, I believe it was in California. He contracted the coronavirus and passed away due to complications. And so, look, y'all, like anybody can be affected. In fact, they're projecting that more millennials and young folks from 18 to all the way up to like 39, 30s will be some of the higher contracting populations going forward, just because of the way we move. So y'all make sure y'all protect yourselves when y'all out there, man, for real,
And
and
I mean,
stay
I
safe.
understand that, we've been in quarantine majority of this year, but I do need people to understand that it's not over and we have to move in a progressive way and we have to be smart about it. Um, there's this funny message. A lot of people that follow me, they know that I thrift a lot. So I've been going to the Goodwills here in Atlanta, and the message that's coming through the intercom, he makes you feel dumb in a sense if you're one of those people that are not walking around here wearing masks. So he goes, "Thank you for shopping at Goodwill. If you're shopping here today, you are helping someone be employed, you are giving back to the community, and please make sure you still have on your mask. If you don't have on your mask, we need you to practice common sense." I said, wow, this messaging is everything because
Dang,
it caught my attention. Like I wasn't really
what?
paying attention to what was coming through the intercom, but when he said that, I was just like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, just use your common sense, guys, because when it comes down to underlining issues, we can't see that shit. So like, stop fucking playing. Put them damn mask on.
It's so funny. One of my OG pops, he would say, this was in the 90s. Common sense ain't common in 1999. And then it hit 2000, and I realized it applied for every year because he said common sense ain't common in 2000. He's still saying common sense ain't common in 2020. So, that applies at all times. Feel free to hashtag that, y'all.
Common sense ain't common. That's for damn sure, dog. So
Yeah.
we got the second presidential debate coming up on Thursday. At first, Trump was trying to run away from it, so I guess he came back. And I don't think they're going to be in person this time. I think it's going to be a virtual one, or they're going to find a way in which they could pause each candidate. I've never seen it before. I've never seen where they had to make sure, and I
That's a
believe that the
damn
reason
shame.
why
It is.
they're gonna have to find ways to pause each candidate because neither candidate, and I'm gonna just blame Trump because he's a goddamn
Yeah.
troll. It
We
is
about to
because
watch
he
a walkie-talkie debate. Is that what you telling
no
me?
for
We about
real.
to watch
It's
a
gonna be like
It
walkie-talkie
seems
debate?
like it, sis.
no
Shit.
for real
It
though.
seems
It's pretty
like
much gonna be they're gonna be finding ways to mute each candidate so each candidate can have opportunity to speak and not have to talk over one another. And so that's what we're gonna be seeing on Thursday, y'all. I don't think it'll be anything like we saw with the vice presidential debate, even though there was a ton of gaslighting going on from Pence and on that debate. But still, we got Trump and Biden facing off again on Thursday. So y'all make sure y'all locked in. And also, too, though, just so y'all know, an op-ed just got released today on healthcare from our platform and why healthcare is so very, very important, man. Shout out to Jamisha. Jamisha just dropped that today. So y'all go check that out on Black with Little Chase's website where you get a chance, yo. But
so
yeah.
to continue on from a conversation that we were discussing last week. I saw on yesterday, Ice Cube called himself speaking out against DL Hughley. So DL Hughley went in. I mean, he went in on Ice Cube, and he like you could tell like
What do you say?
if you listen to DL Hughley show, you know exactly like when that nigga is just talking to be talking, and when that nigga is pissed. Man, he was pissed. So he was just like, Ice Cube, you don't speak for us. What are you doing? And he just started just naming everything that he went to talk to him about, and he was just like, it's insulting to all black people that you even went and had any type of conversation. And then he asked like a plethora of questions, and he was like, why weren't you asking these simple questions? So
Hey, but did
Ice
y'all?
Cube returns. What is it? What you looking at?
Nah, cause like, cause it was a big thing. Ice Cube was like, yeah, I'm getting too far wrapped up into this shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like people got me really out here thinking that I'm out here stumping for Trump, right? So, so then, I think the Trump family started rolling with this idea that they got Ice Cube on their side and all that stuff like that. And so, I think they like fitted some, Eric Trump. I think they fitted like, Cube and Trump had like I mean, Cube and 50 Cent had a picture together or whatever, and they put like Trump hats on them. Ice Cube came in that bush and said, "Nigga, please." I don't know if y'all can
You
see it.
know, one thing I have to say
Oh, I
about
see
DL
it.
Hughley is DL Hughley has been very consistent in his messaging in terms of Black community, Black politics. If I were to listen to any plan, it probably would be from DL Hughley, even
I'm
beyond
with you
him
on that
taking it
one.
to his platform on the talk show. Being a comedian, they're talking about more political issues on the regular. So,
Dang.
personally, I've seen a lot of the back and forth go back. I also saw the Roland Martin interview with Cube. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that one.
Nah,
I'm
what
gonna
it
need
said?
I'm gonna need you guys. I'm gonna need you. First of all, Roland Martin is with it when it comes to being involved and informed on things that affect the Black community. I lightweight wish Roland would get into politics, but please, I implore you to check out Roland Martin's interview with Ice Cube. Beyond how you feel about him in terms of his messaging from back in the day, his fuck the police, his anger, his rage, we're gonna have to look a little bit more beyond the emotionalism when it comes to sitting down, because as it was said in Roland Martin's interview with another sister, politics is not transactional. It's about policy and
Yep.
procedure. And I think a lot of people, in terms of being very excited about Cube's disposition, it is because they're attaching to that the feeling and the disposition of heightened anger and emotionalism. But once we go beyond that, and Martin started really peeling back the layers and asking some very legitimate questions on the policies, on the things that were posed, there was a couple of moments when Cube was kind of stuck, and it seemed like I think Tyson, one of our brothers, it was either Tyson or Tyrus, posted a meme up and was like, "When you go to class and the teacher knows that you didn't study for the test." It was one of those kind of situations, and somebody tried to come for me because I also reposted a very articulate article by the medium.com, and they basically said, Ice Cube, this is not chess, this is poker, and you need to be aware of the hand that you're playing.
Ooh.
So I haven't been very emotionally attached to things. I think when we see celebrities get in positions of making, political statements, sometimes we want to align with them without doing our real research. But it takes a lot of time and energy then to get active 3 weeks before a monumental shift, when some people aren't going to understand that you're pressing these policy changes that you're proposing at the last minute. But it could easily shift somebody to voting for Trump just based off that, what seems to be alignment. And then, 50 coming in the last minute talking about no to Biden too. Like, I'ma just need y'all to rap some music. And if you want to be angry and Black in your music, do that.
You feel?
But
I'm
you
with
gotta,
you.
there's been politicians who have been acting, Black folks, right up there with you in DC for a long time. And I don't see any alignment with those individuals who do know the facts, the Black facts that affect our politics. So
That's a good point. That is a
very
real
good
good
point.
point,
Very.
because so I was watching something from my homegirl, from my big sister Noah, right? Noah does a lot of comms work and she's dope, but she had an interview with somebody talking about the involvement of the celebrity, right? And whether or not celebrities and entertainers is actually good for movement work. And one of them on the panel was like, she's like, well, I don't want to be messy. That's what she said. But I think she was trying to say that there are times in which, yes, using your celebrity is dope and being able to like advance a message. I think a lot of times though, because of celebrity, they begin to like move away from the message and create their own different silo. And there's people on the
Absolutely.
ground that have been doing that work for a very, very long time.
Get
So
overseen.
I'm gonna say pretty plainly and clearly to all celebrities and entertainers out there, look, before y'all jumped in the game and it was cool for you to do that and your money wasn't going to be taken from you from endorsements and all these good things like that that you like covet, right? People have been putting their lives on the
On
line
the
for
line.
marginal folks, for oppressed folks for a long time, right?
For
And
sure.
so what I would say is tap into those campaigns, people that have the know-how, right, and have the structural knowledge and institutional knowledge to get those things done. So that way you can then take that message and carry it forward. There's no point in making new messages, right? We can't transform something if there's like so many different messages happen at the same time. So I would just say
Right.
like cut it right there, which makes me want to ask a question to you two is our Black Party, right? So recently, uh, uh, um, P. Diddy announced that he's like started this organization called Our Black Party. Now, the funny part about it is I'm not sure if he came on a tail end or he announced it as like a like they've already did a soft opening and now this is the grand opening, putting the Diddy stamp behind it. But how y'all feel about the Our Black Party? I've been following the Our Black Party before Diddy announced it. But what are y'all thoughts or feelings about what Diddy is doing with that?
I was already following it as well. So my excitement. Well, I have excitement for it because I think this is something that he's been strategically like putting together. I really don't think that he's taking a break from this, regardless of what his character is like out there on social media. And it seems like he's into a lot. I really think that this is his baby. And I think it's going to make some major moves for us, even if it does not happen during this election. I feel like moving forward, period, he has even more plans beyond what he's pushing right now. So I'm applauding Diddy for what he has done for sure. I'm excited.
So, in terms of where I come, first of all, I don't speak on too much of anything that I'm not fully informed on. I don't know much
Let's
about
go.
it. I know more when I see the word or hear the word Diddy, the name Diddy. I think of Ciroc. I don't think about the Black Party. So we got to remember that the ideas, the concepts, and things we brand do show up. And I think it's really important for folks who are celebrity to understand that it's one thing to create awareness. It's another thing to have leadership skills, ability, and accountability when you're transitioning into leadership for large groups of people, not just in America through your experience, but all the other Pan-African and Black people around the world that are looking to you in your leadership.
Yeah,
There's a difference between a Paul Robeson, you know what I'm saying, and a 50 Cent and an Ice Cube. It's one thing if you
agreed.
are an entertainer and an athlete and a politician, but trying to take up for those efforts kind of at the last minute thing, it doesn't matter. And this is for me, it don't matter what gender, what race you are. I'm looking for the history or the herstory and the work that you've shown in, not how I feel about you and your performance ability. And I think that that's something we need to be taken care of because we will have to take accountability if we vote in folks just because we like them and we like their entertainment or that athleticism. We ain't seen the track record and we're putting bets on them. So it's really
So
important for us to understand that.
no, for sure. I think that's for sure. From a Diddy's perspective, though, you don't think his work back in the day with Rock the Vote, you know what I'm saying? He kind of got out there. I feel like
Or
Diddy has
die.
always kind of, yeah, vote or
Mm.
die or whatever. I feel like Diddy has always kind of tried to be in the next. Oh, and I don't know if it's more systemic, right, in terms of like a year by year. But for presidentials, he even
I
like
just
trying to show that. So you don't think that Diddy is the right
First of
messenger
all,
for
I don't
our
like
Black
the
Party?
mantra of having people running around 4 months before having a presidential election wearing a
I
shirt that's
feel
saying
that.
vote or
I
die. If
feel
you're
that.
going to be politically involved, if you're an activist, it's a 24/7 thing. It's a 24/7 thing. I see it. We see it. It's a window of time. We're looking for our magic Negroes to go out and attach themselves. It's clear we need Black voters. They say it. That's in the everyday conversation. They're not saying we're here invested year round for Black interests. We're saying the dial is turning, the clock is ticking. What Negroes, what magic Negroes do I need to get? Does that undo any of the
I can't
work that they
argue
may
with
be
that,
doing?
sis.
But I don't like the idea that a couple months before we had everybody running around saying vote or die. And then where are those people in leadership after the vote is up? Back to making their entertainment and their art, which is their bottom line and their concern. So we just have to remember it's not transactional. It's about policy and procedure. You're more apt to get my support if I see you about that messaging and about that mission before and after our politicians are voted in. That's just how I feel.
I mean, but
All
my,
facts.
I guess, I no, I feel like that's definitely facts, but I feel like there's so much going on, and it's hard to really know exactly like everything that's going on in everyone's lives, right? So it's like if
Right.
if you show me one thing on your Facebook page, but then let's say that you really was doing this behind the scenes, that was just your labor of love or whatever, like could it be? I'm not trying to stuff a Diddy, but I'm also trying to give
Right.
people a little grace. I think that sometimes, like oftentimes, I was on a panel on Sunday talking about giving ourselves more grace and understand that look, we all kind of coming into things sometimes like later than others, right? But nevertheless, we're trying to like lean into it. I think that if people are trying to lean into it and trying to find ways, now is yet to be seen what the Our Black Party is going to do. But I think that to me, anything that's going to try and organize our people, I know we got the Black Lives Matter movement, but I think but the Black Lives Matter movement is not a political party, right? So I think that what Diddy is trying to do is create a black political party that can run parallel to a Democratic agenda or even a Republican agenda or whatever agenda is out there, right? To ensure that black folks issues are actually always floating to the top, right? As opposed to being afterthoughts, being a actual year-round type of thing. And again, I know that there are tons of parties from working families parties who really are more the uh, kind of agitators on the progressive movement side of things. BLM is more of agitators. We got Dream Defenders, more of the agitators, right? Those kind of groups that are out there doing the good work. But I think that like at the end of the day, there aren't these people are not sometimes aren't nationwide, right? And so what is the actual like nationwide agenda? And to kind of make sure we can coalesce around some central ideas. And again, this is not taken from anything that's already been done, but I think that I'm actually willing to see what this is going to look like, and if people are going to be put in place to kind of make these advances or particular policy proposals that we're going to need to see as we move into hopefully a new administration come 2021. I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's a great idea to be open-minded to any Black folks that are standing in solidarity for the progression of our overall health and well-being. But I also think at the end of the day, when we talk about leaning in and we talk about grace with politics, the policies and the procedures and the outcomes of those things implemented for groups of people who are marginalized is where the grace comes in. The actual execution of it is not about grace and about giving passes and about, trying to show a little favor and being gentle. It has to be executed in a really black and white way. It comes down to black and white votes with black and white paper. And so, so I think that there needs to be a tempered balance. When it's time to execute, it has to be done with us being firm and clear and not about giving chances. What it is we're executing and the outcome of that is the grace and the fairness and the equity that needs to happen for community members who are disenfranchised.
Wait, Sigga, you over there? You muted.
I'm tripping out. Someone's mom, who is 67, is in Facebook jail. That's
Ah,
hilarious to me.
Dog, there ain't no age on this thing, yo. There ain't no age. You
like,
could be if you on Facebook and you violating these quote unquote community standards, and us even speaking about this, they probably listening in right now.
They listen
Uh,
to
absolutely.
this.
talking about we violate community standards, yo. It'd be crazy because like you ask them like, hey, how did it look? And we've sent many appeals, right, for Black People Chaser, for people on our own team, and I swear to God, it's different answers every single time. There's no one answer for what it means to violate community standards, right? So I think that shit needs to be kind of like handled a bit more equitably. I know that for sure. Uh,
I want to know
uh,
what that granny did, though. What your granny do? Don't just give us half the story. Give us the whole story. What was your granny on
How
there doing? I
somebody
want to know how
I'm
she
been.
about
was
to
cutting
I'm about
up.
to drop in the comments and ask what was your granny saying. I'm about to see right now. Shit.
What your granny do?
What she do, yo? Hey, it's about that time now. If you got your sage anywhere near you, go on and get it lit up. I'm gonna let this next guest in really quick. It's not. Well, maybe I'm not because I just got some eyes looking at me like, not yet. So I'm gonna wait. Okay, y'all, let's get into Saging with Seeker real quick. So, now we are going to learn when to burn your sage. When someone is in your household and physically ill or depressed, that's a great time for you to be saging. After an argument, please make sure you sage that shit. To help you release any outside energy, you may be holding into, it's very beneficial for you to be saging. To clear the energy of a new home, you damn sure need to sage that, especially if that new home had other previous people living up in there. Ain't no telling what was up in there. So get that shit out there. Sage that shit. And to
Sage that
clear
shit.
to clear your oracle cards, crystals, and any other spiritual tools. That is the perfect example. These are the perfect examples of when and why you should sage. And that is today's Saging with Sika moment. And we are going to get right back into the show. Reload.
Wait, I miss
Yo,
when you do this. I'll do it for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Because
You're
I
don't.
can't, I
welcome.
can't do
I
it in this
sage.
room.
So what I'm saying. Well, I got a little bit of sage over there, but I ain't trying to burn it for this. Cause I burn it for this, I ain't gonna have no more. So I gotta, my.
Mariana got
Oh,
us
you
taken
Sadiddy
care
with your
of over there.
sage, huh? You ain't gonna share
I
your
gotta.
sage time with us,
I
huh?
gotta. I'm about to go get some just for the show.
Mine's
Cause
almost
like,
gone.
yeah, I gotta get some more though. I feel like if I'd have burned it just now, then I'm like,
My sage is
I got
bald headed.
balance.
That means I've been getting it in. I've been getting it in. My sage is bald headed.
I got balance up in here right now. You know what I'm saying? I got balance, yo. Now
We
look,
got
y'all.
a
It is.
couple more
We all
minutes
have.
before the
We all
guests get
have. Yes, we are half past the hour, y'all. If y'all join us, y'all just joined us. Thank you so much for joining the Black Lunch Break, man. You're now tapped into the one and only Black Lunch Break. It's episode 10, y'all. We got Miss Mariana and Sheikah on the in the QS. But also too though, where if you look at the top of your corner right there, the Yoni box is about to be on in about what 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all lock in, sharing this, make sure you commenting, you liking it, whatever the case may be. Come with your Yoni questions. But also, if you've been in Facebook jail, come with those questions too. If you've been in Facebook jail, come with it. Everybody's on Yoni box coming in. Hey, Kayla, what's happening? So look, we about to get on
we
with Kayla.
ready.
Kayla about to drop some jewel about the Yoni box. It seemed like the sisters are locked in. Brothers, if y'all not locked in, you can learn some things about a Yoni or two.
You
I'm
gonna
just
learn
saying.
today. You gonna learn
So
today.
hey, I'm excited about this one though, man. Straight up, man. Anytime I get to learn more about the Yoni, I think it's a good thing. And so look, obviously, I'm gonna
Bro, I
sit
love
back and
learning about the Yoni too. You're not alone, okay?
Take
We in
notes.
this
Take
together.
notes, y'all. Get your notes out.
I got my phone. I'll be like this, and then
Kayla got, man, the people are ready for Kayla. Listen, the Yoni box, y'all popping, okay? Shit, y'all got the comments going crazy right now.
man, well, I'm glad y'all here for Kayla. Shoot, cause I'm sure here for Kayla. I'm here for Kayla. I don't look Kayla. I can't wait. And now we are a minute and 30 seconds away from Kayla and the Yoni box will join the show, man. I cannot wait. I'll be real with you. Because Sika, just a background story, hit us up today and she was like, "Are y'all ready for today's show?" I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "We got the Yoni box on." I was like, "Oh, the Yoni."
His eyes got real big, like the
I
emoji.
said I sent over some eyes like this. I'm like, I mean, come on. Come
Ready.
on. Come
We
on, we
grown,
ready.
grown. We grown, grown. We've been having political guests all month. We need to balance it out with some Yoni love. Let's get
Yes,
this
let's
Yoni love
balance
up
it
in
out
this
with some
thing.
Yoni, for
And
sure.
this is a great segue away from the politics for a second, right? I mean, and then
Absolutely.
but I would love to. No, I don't want to do that. But I would love to. Okay, I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay,
But I
say it.
think that the Yoni has been made very political over the years, and I'm wondering, right? How has Yoni really affected politics from a more like above sea level, where you can kind of see it happen in real time, but also the power of the Yoni and how it's affected politics throughout this nation's history? That would be quite the interesting conversation to
Ooh,
have, and we'll
It's
hold tight
very
on it.
that's a good
relevant.
question.
There's an excellent connection. When women stand in leadership, it's because they're taking ownership of not only their mind, their heart, their spirit, but definitely their body. And when a woman has full ownership and can come from that center of power, it changes the community, it changes our nation, it changes the world. So it is very important that we take our bodies back. We learn how to nurture
Uh-oh.
them. The power of the womb is the power of creating mankind as we know it. So
We
I see a
ready.
divine connection there.
We ready.
She here?
Yes.
She here?
Y'all ready?
That
Let's
was
I'm
my
go.
ready, still.
introduction.
Let's go. Let's go. Hello,
Hello.
Queen.
Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Welcome to
look,
the show.
Give me that yoni love.
Hey, now
Oh, I'm
Fanny,
sorry.
Fanny and Kayla, welcome to the show. I'm Cirillo. Real quick though, for housekeeping, can y'all turn y'all cameras instead of being like this? Can y'all turn it like horizontal?
Okay,
Is that possible?
I got a
Or or
contraption
or
going
oh
on
yeah. Oh
here.
no, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Then go
Listen,
ahead.
Don't mess up the contraption. Up, working.
Boom.
Oh, there she
Boom.
go.
Is it
We
this
Hey,
need that
way?
golden
Is
halo
it the
all
we in
around you.
there.
There we go.
Is that
Kelly
it?
looking great. Looking great. Looking good. Fanny, what's going on, Fanny? How you
I
doing?
have no. I'm fine. How are you?
We're
Oh
so
no,
happy
but
to have you
never mind.
guys
Well, you,
here.
hey Fanny, you could turn yours back though, because I felt yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Just yeah, we gonna rock with it like that. All right, cool. Anyway, welcome to the show, y'all.
Thank you.
Fanny, you look so pretty per usual. Oh, Camille is sweet.
Thank you, Camille.
I don't look cute, Camille.
Camille, we need a comment for Kayla now. Come on, Camille.
I'm just playing. That's one of my team members.
Thank y'all so much for joining us today. We are very excited about this
Yes.
conversation because we have plenty of questions that we have for you. But before we get started, we have some icebreaker questions that Miss Mariana is gonna roll over to you guys. We're gonna let y'all kick it real quick before we get into the
Okay, because
conversation.
sometimes, on some of these shows, we just get right into it. But you family, you extended
Wait, hold
family. I'm
on.
calling you my Yoni cousin. So we got to ask
One
you
second.
some icebreakers.
What
One
is it?
second, y'all. This breaking news. Breaking news. This is very, very important, y'all. To all black people, really, to all black people and people that give a
Listen,
damn about Breonna Taylor and protecting black women, right? So, a federal judge just ruled that the grand juror that was not allowed to typically speak on behalf of the case can now publicly speak about the case. So that's huge. More to come on that. Back to Mariana right here in the middle of the show.
let's get it.
Okay. So thank you. I like that breaking news moment. That was
Me
good.
too.
Okay. So we want to know a song you know all the lyrics to. I'm talking about the lyrics, the breakdown, the bridge, the ad libs. What's one black song that you know all the lyrics to?
Soon as I get home by Faith Evans is my favorite
Oh
song.
yes. Oh, y'all, listen.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is
Kayla
They
it
singing
does
ain't
it for
her
me.
asking me to
ass
sing.
off. Ooh, yes.
I'll make it up. Okay. Next question. Here we go.
But you gotta get Fanny's
We want
answer.
to know
You
what.
gotta get Fanny's answer.
Fanny,
Oh.
Oh, Fanny, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Fanny, what
No,
is
it's
the
fine.
song that you know all the lyrics to?
Resentment by Beyonce.
Okay.
Okay. This all kind of women empowerment up in here.
Okay. Okay. We can move.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, next question. I'm gonna start with Fanny first because I ain't gonna forget my girl. What's your favorite black movie? Hands down, Fanny.
Life.
You gonna eat
Girl,
your cornbread?
dog.
you go eat. Ooh, my
I
toe
love
almost
that
got stuck
movie.
in one of the bottles. Remember when they had the
I
skin on the
love
bottles?
that
Your
movie.
toe almost got stuck.
I love
Jangalang,
that movie.
jangalang. Okay. What's your favorite black movie of all time?
Y'all, that's tough. I'm
Ooh.
what's the name of this movie with God, the dude from Love and Basketball. I mean, yeah, Love and Basketball. What's that dude
Omar
name?
Epps. Omar Epps.
Omar Epps. It was like the brothers or something. My mind is
I
so
think it was
bad right
called The Brother.
now.
I think it was called
The
The
brother
Brothers,
or the
huh?
wood?
The
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 Wood.
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 That's it. That's it, baby.
Very
The
good. Oh, I'm
Wood.
gonna have
The
to
That's a
Wood.
good
rewatch
one.
that.
I'm about to say because he wasn't in the
That's
brothers, so I was like,
classic.
wait, the brothers.
Yep.
I was like,
I'm gonna
the
have to watch
Wood though.
that.
Yeah, the Wood's a
That's the
classic
one
though.
that
That's the
Miguel
classic.
Hughley is in.
Okay, last question. We started with Kay. When was the moment you realized your power? Like the moment you sat back and was like, wow, like I am black excellence. I finally see my true power. When was that?
For me, I think it was when I was in band. I was in high school. I was a clarinet player. I did bass clarinet, and I was the color guard captain. First black color guard captain at RHS, baby. Get into the game.
Yes, queen.
But I
Yeah.
realized my power when I went through with our state championships, and I had a boot on because I had an injury to my foot, and I marched, and we still won.
I
Lead my
know
team to
that's
the
right.
victory,
Yes.
baby.
Come through,
Yes.
power.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay. What's the moment you realized your power, Fanny? When did it hit you like for real?
For me, it was probably high school too. I was a teen mom. And my senior year, I was a senior, of course, a mom, juggling school, and I was captain of the major squad, and I made it work. So
I know it. Love
I
it.
felt
Love
like
it.
real
That
good,
mom
yeah.
power. I love it. I love it.
Yes. That's when the Yoni magic was already starting. See, it was all up in you. Thank you,
Come
ladies.
on.
Now we feel like we know our cousins a little better. We can get into the interview. Take it away, Sika. Take it away, Cirillo.
So listen, what's going on? Like, I just feel like you guys have a lot of haters that are just like, yo, the Yoni box is popping. So let's stop that shit. What's happening, ladies?
Girl, I don't know where to begin. So we are a year old. We've been having these issues since the very beginning because we went viral when we first started. So it was a whole bunch of chaos going on. This is not the first time we've been deleted. This will be our third page actually. We've been
It's
removed
crazy.
2 times. And I think people don't like to recognize the fact that we're an actual business. We're not only a Facebook group, we're a business now. LLC had this since November. I sell merchandise. We offer a number of services from business consultation to business promotion. We do a number of things. And so when we started to, put our foot down and say, hey, these are our rules, we had a lot of pushback. Like, this is a little Facebook group. Y'all take yourselves too seriously. Y'all don't care about Black people because y'all charging for this and this. And I'm just like, if I put the energy into building my platform, which I pretty much did on my back and with the assistance of my team, grew my page, really fast, and you want to earn income from my platform that I built, I'm not understanding what the problem is. You wouldn't have access to this number of, individuals if it wasn't for my platform. I mean,
Woo!
so that's really what the issue is.
Yes,
People don't
queen.
want to recognize that we're legitimate, and they mad about it. We get threats all of the time, and it's been like that
Wow.
for a year. I've
So
been told, Fat B, I hope you die. Like, I've been told, my mom has been threatened, my family has been threatened. Like, it gets super
threat
real. There's so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Like, and
threaten.
we try to keep it positive and maintain, but it's a lot of people who they say they're for, Black women empowerment, but they don't, like the fact that we're excelling. Like, it's a lot of people who want to see us fail. And what they don't realize is you're giving us more attention by doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
I've
I don't
received
know
a
why they
number of
the Yoni
opportunities
failed.
just from us being deleted yesterday.
Well,
So
let's back it up because there's a valid question on the screen, and we don't want to assume everybody knows about you. We know you have a lot of wonderful people that do support you, but there are brand new people that are about Black with No Chaser, and they want to know what is the Yoni Box. So give us the 411 so that our new people that are interested in you can find out some information as well.
well, the TheYoniBox is a safe haven for Black women, no matter what your sexual orientation is, no matter what your religious preferences are, to come in, let your hair down, and talk about whatever you feel like you're led to talk about. No judgment, no limits. That's our motto. No judgment, no limits. And so we just give them a safe space to do that and network and, meet a number of people. We have international members. We have members all over the country. Like, I'm amazed every day that we've reached this capacity, but yeah, that's what we offer to each other: sisterhood, real sisterhood. We don't allow disrespect.
That
We don't tolerate drama. We don't do no
Right.
exposing. We just come in and have a great time and just support each other.
So
And then tell us a
anybody.
little bit about more of those services. What about those services that you offer in terms of
Uh,
consultation? What would somebody be seeking from you?
Well, really, the emphasis is on social media marketing because I have a lot of people that come in and ask, how did you grow your platform so fast? This is our third platform. The second one, we just got deleted 3 months ago, actually, and that grew to 145K just yesterday before we got deleted. Did that in 3 months. And so we have a lot of
Wow.
people that come in and ask, how did you go about doing this? And I think it's by, like, filling a void. You have to find
Mhm.
something that's special that is lacking to pique people's interest. And so I think that's where the growth comes from or whatever, and just allowing people to be themselves and no ego, no nothing, just having a good time. So
Nice.
I mean,
Rillo, you
clearly.
was gonna say something.
Well, yeah. Also, so anybody can join, or is it like a private group, or is it a public group?
Well, right now it's a hidden private group because we having so many issues with
Oh yeah.
people who are trying to get us deleted or whatever. Just yesterday, somebody was like, "I'm getting this one removed too," and it's just like it is what it is. If you're gonna do that, we're gonna come back harder.
Wait,
But
people be into just infiltrating the group to get it shut
oh yeah,
down?
we have people who make fake pages. We have men on fake pages. You know,
Men,
y'all, if y'all search TheYoniBox on Facebook, you will see so many statuses from men and women, and they like, I'm finna put on a dress. I'm finna do X, Y, Z so I can get in. Like, it gets wild.
Listen, when I was getting ready to
oh,
promote it, I was like, I think I should tag.
what no,
Is it
go ahead, seek.
frozen?
Yeah, it's seek at froze. Go ahead, seek one more time.
Oh,
Oh, I was just saying, like, I didn't tag the Yoni box on purpose because I didn't want to tag the wrong page when I was doing the promotion. Like that's how many
It's been like
different
this since the
pages are
beginning.
available.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
No, I think she. Well, I don't know. Go ahead, seek. Go ahead, seek.
Oh, I was done.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's been like this since the beginning. It's when I first created my page, like it was so much going on. It was mentioned on radio shows. Like, I'm not sure if you saw Seeker, but our group name is in the shade room. Like, it's a post that went viral. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of stuff that's taking place or whatever. So when it started to happen, it was so many people that took my name or whatever, took my banners and all of that. But the first person who did it, it was a man, and he got 100,000 members off of my name alone. Like, because
Oh
at that
hell
time
no.
my group was hidden because we was having so many problems. So, people was seeing like this group that was going viral. Like, what is everybody talking about? And so I guess he knew that we weren't searchable, and he took that opportunity to steal the name. So it's been going on for a year,
Wow.
not just this time. I'm not surprised by anything that people are doing. They are really sick. Like,
Damn.
it
I
currently
mean,
is a man right now who has my group's name, my banner. He stole my rules, and he's telling people to subscribe to his YouTube and follow his business page in order for them to join the group. And he's charging an entry fee. So
dog,
it's
that's some
wild.
wild
entry
shit.
fee.
I have never. That's the most hating shit. I'm almost upset for you. I'm upset for you for real, because I'm like thinking about what we be going through, but I know y'all be. That's just crazy, man. For the fact that like, and we talk, yeah. Brother said, brother Rashad was like, man, that's so lame. That's the lamest shit I've ever heard in my life. That a
Yeah.
brother is gonna take it and then try to make other people like literally take the whole thing, the rules, the banners, the name, the everything, right? Literally the essence of it. But one thing about it, ain't nothing like the real thing though. And I
Come on
That's
guarantee you,
now.
y'all gonna keep on climbing. Y'all gonna keep on climbing. Cause look, once y'all get all y'all stuff situated, look, we gonna make sure. I want to make sure that, as Black with Chasing, I'll just say this here right now, that we take a vested interest to make sure that the real Yoni box is put forward front and center. Cause it'd be a travesty to let that go by his wayside, but just on some hating shit though. That can't go down like that. That can't go down like that. Straight up.
Fanny, I have a question. I have a question for you, Fanny. We're talking. It's really easy for us to throw around the word hate, and of course, like hater is a hater is a hater. We know what it is. But oftentimes, when I look at the concept of somebody being a hater, it's not very far removed of being fearfulness, right? So if we were to replace the word hate with fear, what do you think people genuinely fear about the services and the quality of what it is you seem to be providing that a lot of people like? What do people fear that's
dope
making them want to
question.
stop it outside of just trying to bite it? What do you think people fear about your messaging and what it is you provide to the greater communities?
Honestly, I'm gonna say change. One of the things that we offer is a different perspective of the Black women and how we get along. And so,
There you go.
if you change that dynamic, a lot of people lose a lot of things. Like, because some of us we thrive off drama. Some of us we thrive off just pulling someone down so that we can feel a certain type of way. So the Unibox will offer change. If everybody got behind it, what we actually are trying to do, it will bring change. And change scares everybody,
Mm-hmm.
myself included. So definitely change.
I think that's really important that we go beyond just calling people haters, and we use that as an opportunity to really educate people on, like, you don't hate me just for a blanketed reason. You fear something. And what I hear you saying is you're creating a sense of empowerment and and so
Internet's hating.
let's
Internet's hating.
let's just make sure that as we all, when we leave this conversation, whether we continue, I'm new to the Yoni Box, so I'm definitely joining on. I need that secret password. Let me get that Underground Railroad password. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy. But as we share their messaging and their platforms, let's make sure to respond not to the hate, but to the fear with education, because this is about empowerment. And like she said, if they change how we feel about each other, they like us broke down. They like us meek and meager. They like us arguing and acting a fool. So I'm in full support, and I'm very curious to being a part of the group and seeing what it's all about. Thank you so much.
It's all by design, and that's one thing they don't realize. We were taught to fear each other, hate each other. Like,
Yeah.
they playing into the narrative that was, placed onto our ancestors, and it's unfortunate. We
Right.
try our best to educate, and we've like helped to mold some people, but it's a slow process. People
Yeah.
still think y'all are stealing from black women. Y'all don't care about black women. Baby, I'm a black woman and I'm an entrepreneur, and I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, and this is what I did. So think about the
Yeah.
potential of power that you have to ascend yourself. And so they just don't really see it like that. It's just, y'all,
Right.
we receive so much negativity, but we don't focus on it, which is why when this happened, immediately we made another group. Once we, saw that it wasn't approved for our review, we was on to the next, because we've dealt with this before. We gonna come back every single time, and y'all can do the same thing too if y'all take
Yeah.
notes, because we here to build each other up. Like, that's what we really about. As much as a lot of people don't really believe that, I think the confusion comes from people associate our members' content and our members' viewpoint with what the TheYoniBox believes. And baby, that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, we have a melting pot of different women with different backgrounds, different walks of life or whatever, but they automatically think because we allow women the freedom of speech that that's what we identify with. No, we just letting them be themselves, because we live in the conservative South. Well, I'm from the conservative South, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Everything is so hush hush, taboo. Can't talk about this, can't do this, can't act
Yep.
like this publicly.
Yep.
And we give them a space to be themselves, because this is one thing that a lot of people don't know, which I try to tell some of the members. Like, TYB was built from a place of secrecy and shame. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
me, myself, coming up in the church, you know what I'm saying, being known, my mama being known, her friends and family, everybody carries themselves a certain way. I didn't feel comfortable enough to be myself publicly. TYB was a result of event posts. I had no intention of this being a platform at all. It just grew. Like, I made event posts on Facebook
Away
October
from me.
6th, 2019. And I said, y'all, I really just want to vent, but I feel like people gonna judge me. They gonna lurk. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm probably gonna make a girls group. And when I did that, it was like hundreds of comments like, Kayla, do it. If you do it, I'm gonna join. And it just, we had 1K in a night, and it just kept growing and growing and growing from there. Never had the intention of TYB being what it is at all. It fell out the sky, literally.
And that goes to, like, if
That's
you build it, they
wonderful.
will come. Though that's so dope, man. Like, sometimes you really don't be knowing what you're sitting on as a gold mine until you just do it. And I think a
Right.
lot of times they got somebody right now hearing that and going, they got an idea, can see that, and about to put that idea into action. That's what's up, yo. Shout out to y'all for all the resiliency. Because to be honest with you, many
Yeah.
people after the first shutdown, they're like, damn, they probably would have came back, but the third one, and not to come back again. And I think that you said, we just had a comment, in 24 hours you got it popping again. That just goes to show you the actual authenticity behind the audience you all have actually
Right.
accumulated, but also the authenticity in TYB or the TheYoniBox. That's just dope. I feel like that just goes to the strength of the brand and what y'all about. Because if people felt like it was a brand they could get anywhere, they wouldn't be coming back. So the
Right.
TheYoniBox
Yeah.
is here to stay, straight up.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. Our intentions are so pure, and whether people believe it or not, we gonna keep trucking, because I knew before we even hit 10K last year that it was gonna be something special. Like, I could just see the responses from women, like people saying, "You literally saved my life." You know what I'm saying? Like, we have people talking about suicide, abortion, loss of a child, all types of stuff, divorce. kids with special needs, anything you could think of. It's not just, people think that because we allow people to talk open sexually, that that's all TYB is about. But we have time frames. We don't allow sex talk all day. 9 p.m. we got TYB after dark. Cut up. Friday we talk about sex all day long. Cut up. We have a Snapchat.
I
Anything
love
goes in the
it.
Snapchat. Y'all may want to join it. It
The
gets real
Snapchat.
on the Snapchat, because these people that want to express themselves and
Oh,
like worship their own bodies and just be
Yeah.
free or whatever. So we let women do that because Facebook be tripping. Literally, one time we got censored and blocked for saying TYB, like tell your friends to join. TYB is for Black women only, 18 plus, no men. We got flagged for saying that alone. It wasn't
that
no
be.
cussing. It wasn't no N words. It wasn't no nothing. Like literally, it's people in TYB watching. Like Facebook community standards,
I
they
don't know why
watching.
people be so damn upset because they can't be in a group, dog. Like if this group ain't made for you, if somebody told me, yo, that's like you trying to go be in the fucking KKK. They didn't make that damn hate group for you. Why you gonna go be in that group?
Right,
Like my thing is
right.
like
It's
personally,
simple.
if a black woman said, "Hey, bruh, with all due respect, think it very thoughtful, but this only for black women only, 18 and over," I'm gonna be like, all right, say less than. I'm not even gonna think twice about it. I'm gonna let you have your space because we all need safe spaces to kind of be ourselves and to feel like we can't be ourselves. And if you can't be yourself, then goddamn, like what can you be? And I think that the fact that like the Yoni box is doing that for women, dog, it's just dope. It's just dope, yo. It need to be celebrated for real.
I thought
So
you was about to
Yeah,
say
but
if
see,
you can't
that's
go to Dilla,
the
if you
fact
can't go
that
to
you're
Dilla
you're
no
you're
chains,
that's the fact
where
that
can you
you've
go?
been working on that. But it really is, it's really about that misogyny in our culture, where anytime we take ownership, what we was talking about, anytime we take ownership of our mind, our heart, our spirit, our body, somebody gonna have a problem with it, because the society was built on exploiting the woman in every aspect. I always say, before there was race-based slavery, women were some of the original slaves, and we got a lot of people out here that still want to be slave masters to our existence. So the fact, like you said, Cirilla, the fact that somebody, you pushed us out of all your elite groups and everything that you created for yourself, so then we'll create our own, and that's a problem too. So keep pushing, just keep
but
pushing,
also,
don't
and the
stop.
last thing I want to say about that is that's like the same thing goes for like the Divine Nine, right? Like you don't see brothers trying to get to be a Zeta or a Delta or AKA. And these are for women that are 18 over in college or outside of college in grad chapters or whatever the case may be. And my thing is like if it's just to me though, I just think it's the idea of controlling the P word, which is you know I
Come
I
on.
don't controlling the pussy, and I think it goes to men just need to just chill out with all
But
that
if
for
they
a second
control it,
and
that's
let
why
women
they
just do
need
their thing.
control
You know
of
what I
it.
mean?
Because they had so
Yep.
much power. That's why
We
they
can
need
save the
control of it.
world. That's what they don't
Right,
realize. We have the power to save the world. And a lot of people
right,
may, dislike when I say this, but the black woman is God to me. You know what I'm saying? We have the
right,
ability to do anything in this world we want to. You give us a project, we gonna flip it, you know what I'm saying, and make it better 10 times over. And so a lot of people are fearful of that. Like, I've just been told so much stuff. Like they have attempted to break us down. Men worse than, well, women too, but men, oh my God. Can I curse?
Yeah,
Y'all
whatever.
Section 8 hoes, y'all need to get a penthouse state of mind. Y'all y'all did like all types of name calling. I'm just like, we giving y'all's children's mother, your sisters, your moms. Like, we have generations of women in the Yoni box, and they feel like they can be themselves. Why would y'all knock that? I'm not understanding. Why would y'all not
right.
want y'all's women to be comfortable and happy? You know what I'm saying?
You
And
see that
free.
shit?
So,
Yo, I think
Bruh,
that people just be
bruh, this comment.
what it say?
like
There are men
somebody
that
talking
want to
about like
integrate.
sororities now
There are
too. Like for
men.
why though? For why, bro? Like for why, man? Like
They don't want to be left out of nothing. That's what it really boils down to. Like, I have men all the time reaching out, like, man, just let me see inside. Let me see, like, what's going on. And I'm just like, get your own spaces, other, co-ed groups that y'all can join. You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all have to tear us down because we are women only?
goes to Miss Mariana's point though, fear of the
But
unknown.
that's about not respecting boundaries, because I mean, that's, we go all the way back to Africa. There was certain temples, Kemet, all these places where you weren't allowed to come in here. You're Roman. You're not of Kemet descent. You're not Egyptian. But the moment them boundaries, so what they do, a lot of them Greeks and them Romans, they went for the women. They went and married and befriended the women of the pharaohs and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of the times, once you can get somebody to move the needle on their boundary, you could push the needle all the way across. As you just need your foot in the door. And that's what it is. It's like, I'm gonna pose like I'm non-threatening, but I'm gonna get in there, and then as soon as that boundary is crossed, it's gonna be another one and another one and another one. So keep your standards and your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Will do.
Excellent. Okay, Fanny,
No,
I got one more for you. Hold on, I got one more question for Fanny. Just one more, because we got to go. We done talked up the whole time. Fanny, I know that when it comes to, so what is your role in terms of the services that you provide and the partnership that you do with the TheYoniBox?
Okay, so Kayla, Kim, and I are in business together. For the TheYoniBox, of course. So we see to the daily activities of other platforms, but also outside of the TheYoniBox, I also have my own business. But basically, what I'm really here to do is support Kayla so that she can have the time to step away and plan and get the things prepared for the TheYoniBox that they need to be done.
I love that. Support is so important, because it's a lot of women that be in them leading positions. Like, you need to have somebody come and hold it down and give you support so you can do the things you need to do for your mental health too. It sounds like this can get very overwhelming mentally too. You know, so that's beautiful.
Let me plug Cambria. She's not here. Cambria is 1/3 of the Trinity. We call ourselves the Trinity because it's us three, and we're sisters, and we run TYB together. But Cambria Morris is one of my business partners also. She's a social worker. She's a certified doula. She's a childbirth educator. She also sells Yanni steam. She sells chakra teas and a number of things, Yanni oils, and she provides doula services, and she travels. She's based in Dallas, and she's currently at work, so she couldn't be here with us, but that's 1/3 of the Trinity.
Yoni oils, man. Y'all better get them, brothers. Y'all gotta be a part of this to get these Yoni oils, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be in the group to get the product. You know what I'm saying? You can figure out
you ain't gotta be in the group to access any services that we provide. We offer outside promotions, all of the. So men and women are welcome to do business promo in the TheYoniBox. And also, I sell toys. So ladies, if you need to get a Yanni Rose, and I have those, baby. If you need to get a Yanni Rose, baby, because we made this toy go viral.
The Yanni Rose.
Yes.
Hey, man.
It sucks the clitoris or whatever, and you're going to be out of there in about 10 seconds.
She said 10 seconds.
You gonna be out of there.
I use it. I be out there in like 2 to 5 seconds. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it sucks the clit, and baby, it don't play no games. This is the other one that I have. It has a tongue
ladies,
on
instead
it.
of asking for 12 stem roses,
it licks.
Dog, fellas, you
one.
ain't gotta wait till Valentine's Day.
And this one has soft bristles, and the vibrations flow through the bristles and provide like a massage and a tickling sensation. So, ladies, get at me. I have a couple of other toys. My link is in my bio on my Facebook page.
Man, that is. I tell you what. I don't know what's happening with the over there. Can y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we going. Okay, so all I'm saying is that, brothers, if you out there looking for gifts for your ladies, could be a good gift and could help you out too. Ladies, if you like, you know what? Damn, bro, I'm just trying to figure this out in between time and meantime. So I'll make sure I take care of thyself. Self-care should not have to be worked for, ladies. And that's what goes for gentlemen too. So look, if you're out there right now, go get your TheYoniBox today, man. Get your rose. It does a lot of things. Things that, quite honest, man, that sometimes, dog, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
A gift that keeps on giving. A gift that keeps on giving.
And can I say this? We have not fully launched, y'all. We have not fully launched. We plan to have an array of merchandise, not just exclusively to sex toys. It's going to be a number of things. It's going to be apparel, things in regards to manifestation, a number of things. So be looking for the full launch. It's going to be happening very soon. We have a brand new contract, and they're helping to legitimize everything for us right now. So that'll be coming soon.
Well, look,
Congratulations.
Kayla,
Congratulations.
congrats on that. Congrats on that. Kayla, Fanny, to all the folks part of the Yoni Box brand, man. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. This is the Black Lunch Break, episode 10, y'all. But look, right before we get away, though, I want to make sure people know how to plug in with y'all, whether it be website, Facebook page, IG page, Twitter, wherever you name it. Go ahead and drop all that info right now.
Okay, so you can follow us on Facebook. Our business page is TheYoniBox 601. All of our other platforms are TheYoniBox 601. With the exception of the Snapchat, you have to pay to get access to the Snapchat. But the Twitter, our Instagram, which is really our persona, it embodies like what we represent. It's not the members' voices, it's my team's voices. That's TheYoniBox 601. Twitter, TheYoniBox 601. YouTube, TheYoniBox 601. You can follow me on Facebook at Kayla A. Russey. On Instagram, I am I_bleed melodies.
Hey, I would just play
Damn.
this right now, though. Black girl things out here in DC. My girl Imara and all them are black girl things. Visa. I feel like if y'all want to just, I feel like y'all would be a good partnership because they got a
Link
lot
them,
of good
bro.
content. Yo, black girl things out here in DC. They got a crazy base. They're super supportive, and I feel like linking up with them could just provide a little more
Thank
exposure. So
you.
really, what they doing, what y'all doing, and so let's connect offline about that, and I'll plug y'all in with black girl things out here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Fantasia,
Yes,
your
thank you.
your business page.
Oh, my business page on Facebook is on me LLC. You can follow me on Instagram. It's underscore on me LLC, and you can follow me on Facebook. I'm Fanny Pike for
Yes,
now. Anyway.
indeed.
Girl, I
I
caught that, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Fanny Pike for now.
For
Okay,
now.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Congratulations on that. But Yoni's on
Congratulations.
tour. Yoni's on tour. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us, man. We'll be back on Thursday, y'all. We got a special guest. Y'all stay tuned. More from the Black Lunch Break. We out, y'all.
Peace.
We out.
Bye.
All right. Bye.